How's it going, everyone? Jesus here, aka Tyrant Dominus, and I'm here to tell you a little bit about Anchor. Anchor is the one-stop shop for recording, hosting, and distributing your podcast. And best of all, it's 100% free and ridiculously easy to use. And now Anchor can match you with great sponsors who want to advertise on your podcast. That means you can get paid to podcast right away. In fact, that's what I'm doing right now by reading this ad. Honestly, Anchor is a very enjoyable platform to be on, listen on, and just a joy to be a part of this community. Anchor, come check us out.
And welcome back to Reactioncast. It's your host, Jesus, aka Tyrant Dominus. And today we're going to be talking about the Hulu based Marvel movie. Not movie, it's a TV series, M.O.D.O.K. So I watched it so you don't have to. That's the best way I can put this. So M.O.D.O.K. M.O.D.O.K, for a lot of people, M.O.D.O.K has always been a villain that I personally don't know that well. I'm trying to remember what his M.O.D.O.K stands for. Mental organism designed for killing. Yeah, mental organism designed only for killing. I think that's what it stands for. I forget. He said it once, or twice, but he's voiced by Patton Oswalt. Unless you really pay attention, like, I didn't really think about it until like later. Like, wait a second, that's Patton Oswalt. And he, for the most part, he does a pretty good job voicing him. But this 10-episode series is not that great. Going into the show, I had a feel, because once you see the trailer, it's kind of hard to talk about this. Going into this series, it gives you this feeling of like this, it's a stop motion kind of robot chicken stuff, and watching the trailer, it kind of has that feeling. So that's what you think the comedy is going to be. This Marvel robot chicken with M.O.D.O.K trying to go in all that. But what you really get from this is a sitcom splash with Marvel stuff, and it's not executed well sometimes. Like, watching all 10 episodes, the first 3 episodes, I was literally watching it in the background while I was building furniture. And I ended up building my furniture within 4 episodes. Joking aside, taking forever on that. It never pulled my attention enough to, like, I was intrigued and some stuff. It was like, there was a couple chuckles. There are some jokes in there, but not enough where it was enjoyable. I did like I said, I did like the kind of the stop motion aesthetics of this, like, robot chicken thing. But here's the thing: when it comes to like the skits of robot chickens, they're there like for 30 seconds, a minute, maybe 2 minutes long skits. You're watching a whole episode of M.O.D.O.K, and it's an entire skit, and it's not. It's like a long joke. You're like telling a very long joke where the joke died early. And yeah, that's the best way to. It's like a long joke. Like, yes, it's not funny anymore. Stop doing with the joke. There's a couple things that I won't say until spoilers. because the plot, overall, like what the plot you get in the trailer, so you kind of get an idea, is you follow M.O.D.O.K. He runs AIM, the basic lore of what the comic books say, and he has a family, he's trying to support, and then it's not working out, and the wife wants a divorce, and you get into all this sitcom shenanigans of divorcing parents and the kids and things like that. And some of the things that you get in generic sitcoms with things like that's what you get from this show, and it's not done that well. Like M.O.D.O.K. his character, like I said, I don't know him that well in the comics, so they played him off really like an idiot in this show for the most part, like a very smart idiot. And like, okay, if that's what he is in the comics, I don't think he is. He's like supposed to be this like horrible villain meant to kill things, and he does it. There's moments where you get a good chuckle, like, he killed that person, funny. But then it's like, then he just makes some crude joke. And some of the other plot lines that they go with I'll mention in spoilers, aren't that great to follow, and they don't really lead to anywhere that much, and it kind of makes it feel like there's going to be a second season, but I wouldn't watch a second season unless you guys want me to review a second season of it, because like the only reason I ended up wanting to finishing it is just because there were some plots, like I was like, maybe there'll be some closure with some plot lines, and there are closures, but not very satisfying ones. So I'm like, really? That's how this ends? Oh, okay. Sure. Then joke. Fart joke. Actually, there's not even fart jokes. There's diarrhea jokes.
And look at that shit.
Exactly. So yeah, it's crazy. We'll see how things are. That's kind of it really for my basic review. I'm gonna give it, it's average. It's an average show. I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 10. 5. It's not that bad. Like I said, it's a sitcom slapped with some Marvel stuff in it. There's not really too much you'll gain from it. It's like I said, I was literally watching this in the background. So I'm gonna get into spoilers a little bit. Some of the things, the gripes that I get, that kind of like really like, ugh. So if you don't want spoilers, you can finish it now. So thanks for listening if you have. But we're gonna get into the spoilers. So the whole divorce thing and his wife, because his wife is like a vlogger influencer, like there's a lot of cringy jokes in here. I kind of should have mentioned that earlier. Like they really push a lot of they push a lot of like brands, like these modern like cringy like hashtags and stuff like that, and it's really like, really, this is what you're doing? There's a lot of modern takes and they're not done well. It's really like not done well. It's pretty cringy. And then just the plot with AIM being taken over and him losing the company isn't that bad, but it just gets him really annoying sometimes when M.O.D.O.K. is just like trying to figure out a way to get it back from this evil group, and then this evil group it's not really that great, and they don't even close anything with that at the end. And then the issue with his kids, with his daughter that wants him to accept her. You get this very touching episode, but it's literally playing, quote, the long game, and it's never works out. Like, he gets some enlightenment, but then he completely forgets it the next. Then him with his son being all literally cringy and trying to make sure he doesn't end up, being made fun of. There's a couple nice scenes, but it never properly works out. So overall, it's just him and his family just don't click, and there's even an episode where his past self like literally murders his family to show him, like, yeah, you can have everything, but it's all their fault. It's not that great. Not great at all. But yeah, that's kind of really it. It's just not that great at all. So those were my thoughts for the Hulu Marvel TV series M.O.D.O.K. So thanks again for listening. Until next time, see ya.